everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Coyote Football Stats Show. I am Phil Morgan.
I'm Blake Grundy, and we're here to celebrate something.
We're going to celebrate, baby. It's District Champ Week.
Yes, sir. Back to back.
Back to back.
We did that by beating Sulphur Springs 30-16.
Everybody get back to back.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, you know what? Just call us the U in the 80s because all we do is win, win, win no matter what.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, we're out here being corny because we're celebrating.
Every week we do more to lose subscribers, more and more and more.
You know what?
But, hey, we did win, and that's awesome. An incredible opportunity at home. These guys rose up to the occasion.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tale of two halves, I think, for last week's game. Even though it was 30-16, it was definitely a tale of two halves.
I think what we saw in the first half was a little bit, maybe a little bit of nerves, maybe a little bit of, hey, this is for our seniors, this is our last home game, and kind of thinking about that. And the second half, we saw why we called our defense the death squad and why we feel like our team can make a run in the playoffs.
It's a shutout in the second half, and that's the thing. Like the second half was the caliber of play that our boys have to rise to run deep, to get what they're after, and to do the things they want to do. We cannot have first half games like we had this last week.
No, and I think they all know that. They're going to come out. Look, I'm gonna coin this phrase. It wasn't just a shutout. It was basically a first down out.
Yeah,
I mean, they were basically not getting first downs anymore. Like our defense decided we're going to turn up the pressure. Whatever happened at halftime, whether it was a kumbaya or a pump each other up.
I don't know there's ever a kumbaya at halftime, bro.
You know, whatever happened at halftime worked. Our coaches made adjustments. Our players made adjustments, and they came out firing. And we saw, like I already said, we saw why we believe that this team could go deep. But the reality is, it's a 1-week season.
Yep, every single week. It's only what's in front of you, and that's hard, man. That's hard when you start celebrating these little victories, gold ball weeks, and you get to hold a trophy, and you get to take all these pictures, and you get to do all that. It's real easy to let that become toxic, almost like a venom where it numbs you to what's in front of you, and you forget. And what does Nick Saban call it? Rat poison. You start to eat the rat poison, and it's. Yeah, I mean, it'll kill you. It'll kill you. I love our guys, and I think if you guys have watched this show at all, you know we are here for these guys. We are 100% just our whole goal is encouragement, and I think probably the greatest thing that we go into this week is just don't eat that rat poison.
Don't do it.
You got a competitor in front of you. They want to win just as bad as you do.
Hey, someone's going home every week, and so we just have to make the business decision to be focused on that week, and I believe they can do that. Hey, before we get too far,
we need to focus on our week. We need to focus on what we got to take care of.
Let's do it.
You want to challenge them to take care of something.
So
really
look,
important?
I need you guys to do a few things. I need you to like the video.
Yeah,
we're give it a thumbs up.
Do it.
Comment. I made a comment last week about some of your sound effects you were bringing in. Subscribe and ding. Hit that notification bell so that you get it whenever it drops. He didn't know I was going to do it. We did it.
Now I got to bring back that sound. I got to go back to the 50-cent barrel and find that sound effect again.
To rifle through it.
So yeah, subscribe, enable the notifications. We're fully expecting this team to make a run in the playoffs, and so we want you guys to have all the latest from the Stats Show as it comes out. So,
but first up is game coming soon.
It's coming up real quick. Wilmer Hutchins is the competitor. The good thing is it's at home.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's exciting.
I don't know if I've ever. I've been here for 15 years. I don't know that I remember having had a home playoff game.
It's pretty rare in all sports to have a true home playoff game. It's pretty rare. Most people go, hey, we'll go neutral site. But this is exciting, man. So another home playoff game means one more Coyote walk, means one more tailgate, means more time to celebrate these kids like in person, before the game, during the game, after the game. So I'm excited about that. But there's also something new coming for the playoffs.
Man, I'm excited. We got some new stickers, man.
Yeah,
I'll throw one up on the screen so you can see it. We got some silver Sharpies. We're gonna mark up numbers on it. It's gonna be really sweet. All black. We're kind of bringing a little bit of heat, a little bit of something different for the playoffs. And so as you can see behind us, our helmet. We're going to fill out that center section. So let's fill them up, boys, with these new stickers. We're excited to do this. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Going from white to black.
White to black.
White to black. Like we're turning out the lights on other teams. Every sticker in the playoffs is like turning the lights out on another team. So turn out those lights. But, hey, let's get into the offense.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm starting us off again.
Yeah, buddy.
With our boy,
Come
number 8, Zai You showed up. You played a really good game. Look, here's your stats, brother. You were 15 for 24 for 150 yards. You had 3 touchdowns through the air. You had 5 carries for 45 yards for a 9.0 yard per carry average and 1 touchdown on the ground. It's going to get you 2 stickers, brother.
And 4 touchdowns, man, on the day.
4.
Four.
He accounted for 4 total touchdowns. That is a wonderful game from Zyondre Williams. Like we are proud. We see these moments where it's flashes of what's to come. It comes into the presence, and it's when this kid puts it all together. Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous because he's already good.
This
is going to be ridiculously
special. This is the time.
It is.
This is the time where the sophomore quarterback, which we keep emphasizing that for a reason. The kid's young, like he's a young dude, but he's learning and maturing and growing, and this is the time. Playoffs is the time where you start putting all these pieces together to present yourself as the athlete that you are. And
100%.
He has a massive opportunity in front of him.
Yeah.
Right? Seize this time. Make the most of it. Be smart. Use both aspects of your game. Right? Do the things that you've been coached to do, and trust in the coaching you've received. So
trust the game plan. Yeah. Trust your reads. Trust your instincts. Go ball out. We know you will. Hey, by the way, just another ancillary stat.
Yeah, there you go.
102.4 QB rating. That's just really good.
His efficiency was good too. I mean, we don't give a sticker till he reaches 65%, but 62.5% was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad night. I know.
No.
We talk about it from the standpoint of we missed some of the big numbers in receiving, and specifically for those guys, our wide receivers. But we're being efficient.
We're being efficient, and when our defense is barely giving up first downs in an entire half, like what is our offense supposed to do?
Yeah.
And so like we're, I had a conversation with a couple of guys, and it's the reality is we've set some high bars for our offense because we have high expectations, and I know our coaching staff has high expectations, and I know that these young men are capable of meeting those high expectations.
Without a doubt, man.
And so Zai, you showed up. You played a really good game.
4 touchdowns. I
mean, how can you be mad about a quarterback that's going to put up 4 touchdowns? I had a conversation before the game. There was a debate going around some of the Twitter sphere, X sphere, whatever it is, about who's the better quarterback between Sulphur Springs and Zai. And I was like, I'll take Zai every day, 8 days a week.
Yeah, all day.
There's only 7 days in a week.
There's no.
So that tells you my confidence. Hey, 8 days a week. Zai's number is 8. We're going with it.
Hey, there you go. Depends on the kind of music you listen to, how many days a week there are. But hey, that's another story. All the old guard just got that one. But listen, Zai, great job. You're going to get a couple stickers going up on the helmet, and then we're going to transition here a little bit, right? While we didn't have a whole lot to talk about in terms of our rushing, I think Zai brought our only rushing TD this week. Our guys worked. They grinded. And I'm going to throw out a caveat before we get into the next sticker is I really feel like we had a dude on path to get a 100-yard plus rushing day if it weren't for an injury. Chumley was looking good.
Yeah, he was. He was 9 for 63 in the first half.
In the first half, just the first half, he looked really good. So we're Chumley, we're praying for you, man. We know you're gonna get back out there. We know you're gonna get yourself rehab, bro.
Hands up.
Yeah, we're gonna get it going. So let's run into our receivers. I'll start with Mr. George Rogers.
Hey, come on now, number 6.
Come on, number 6. Like a receiver. Come on. Now listen, George, I'm gonna be fair. Like, let's be honest. We're not talking about a lot of yards here.
No.
But we're talking about 2 crucial catches.
We're talking about some efficiency.
We're talking about 2 crucial catches and 8 yards for 2 touchdowns. The boy hits the house, gets it and made his presence known. Number 6, man, we are so excited to see how versatile and how much you're willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Not a lot of yards, but a lot of points, and that's exactly what we needed. So 2 stickers for you, number 6, going on the helmet.
Going on the board. He wasn't alone, though,
Nope.
Mr. Jacob Emmers.
Yes, sir.
Showing up. Hey, he had 6 catches, 57 yards, and he brought one into the house. That's a tutty. That's going to get you a sticker, Jacob Emmers. Another solid performance for him.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we were talking about, right? You look at these numbers, like you look at Jacob Emmers, number 11, he's 6 for 57. We had 150 yards in the air.
He had a third of our receiving yards.
Had a third of the reception yards. Now, I know he wants more. He's a competitor. He's always going to want more.
Sure.
Who doesn't, But he's getting in the end zone. He's grinding. He's doing everything he needs to do. I hope these guys keep their head up. I hope they keep their mind focused on the end result, and they'll just keep pushing, which brings us to the next sticker.
Yeah, it does. Hey, I talked to him after the game.
Did you?
Hey, Jesse.
Here you go, buddy.
Jesse, this one's yours.
Here you
Jesse
go, number 66.
Vasquez, number 66. You're getting the pushing the pile sticker.
Yes, sir.
Look, we were standing up there. It was in the second half, third quarter, I believe it was, and it was along our sideline, so along the home sideline.
We got to see it really clear.
We got it super clear. And George kind of has a nice run. He bounces outside, probably going to get 4 or 5 yards. And Jesse decides, no, I'm going to be a man amongst boys. And I'm going to push this pile another 6 or 7 yards down the field.
Yeah, man, it was fun.
And that was cool to see.
Yeah.
And so I went and talked to him.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised they didn't blow a whistle. I thought for sure they're going to be blowing some whistles, but they just let him push, man, and push he did.
Hey, there's a reason why football players hit the sleds.
Yep.
And why they drive sleds, because you saw it right there. And so I went up and I told Jesse that after the game, and he goes, okay, well, give me a sticker. Well, Jesse, here is your sticker.
Here it is, my brother.
Sir, but he's not alone. We're not done shouting out some offensive line.
Listen, let's love on our offensive line a little bit. These
love
guys,
them.
I mean, really love these guys.
They are becoming a solid offensive line.
They are real. I mean, I look at some of these times how much time Zai has back in that
so
pocket
much
before he has to scramble or move or do anything. It's really impressive. The guys are working real hard, and you can tell that line's working real hard. And we're gonna have to keep finding ways of shouting these guys out. But this week that's my quarterback.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna give out that sticker to our O-line, man. Let you all know that we see your work, we see what you've done. You protected that quarterback. You made sure that nobody laid a finger on him, didn't put him on his back. He comes out relatively unscathed, and that's because of your hard work. And that there's nobody else that gets the credit for that. People
100%.
People say he's an athlete, he's a runner, he can scramble, he's what, but. Man, I mean, if those guys didn't do their job, he'd have to scramble and he'd find himself laid flat. So, O-line, our hats are off to you.
07, we see you.
Yeah, that's right. We put up a sticker in your honor, right? Up on the helmet, man. It's for you. So, I guess we gonna roll to the next segment.
Yeah, let's do a little sponsor break.
Sponsor break, and then defense.
Well, I get to lead it off and talk about the human missile.
Yeah, man, you're leading off both segments. Look at you.
You got the next one.
You're just doing all the heavy lifting today. That's what it is.
Let's talk about
the human missile.
The human missile, number 3, Mr. Grant Cerveny. Brother, listen to the stat line. Okay, he's going to get 3 stickers for this. 12 tackles. By the way, that didn't even lead the team.
No, but great.
But that's a huge number.
Yeah.
12 tackles, a tackle for a loss, and a sack. The human missile, he's just like Grant, you're just heat-seeking out warm bodies on the offense and turning them into cold bodies.
Dude,
it's ridiculous.
When he gets dialed in, it's unlike anything else. It's so much fun to watch. And from a safety position, he is really he's covering so much ground in the course of the game.
Yes, he is.
He is covering so much ground and doing it very effectively. So a lot of fun to watch. 3 sticker day, man. That's
three sticker day. And real quick, I just want to say this, so it's really cool. The Sulphur Springs attempted 36 rushes. And part of the reason they averaged under 4 yards per carry, because they had a pretty sizable offensive line.
Yep.
They had some big dudes and some good O-linemen there as well. And part of that is because we have a secondary willing to come down and tackle. And so, Grant, you're part of that, brother. 12 tackles, tackle for a loss, a sack, 3 stickers on the board. What you got?
Man, when he's coming downfield too, look out.
Yes, sir.
Look out. All right, I get to talk about the man.
The myth.
The legend, number 7, Grayson Stewart. Man, we are having so much fun this season watching all you guys work together. Grayson's a big part of that. We talked about last week, kind of joked a little bit, Grayson, lead him. Get out there, man. Get it done. Go do your thing.
Lead him, brother.
We've talked about how smart you are, how you can see an opposing offense and understand what's going on. You can diagnose and you like a mighty field general. I learned from episode 4. He is not a little field general. He is a mighty field general.
Did he come and talk to you about that one?
No, he didn't say anything to me. He was very gracious. Thank you for that. Because I certainly didn't want him tackling me. I can promise you that.
Well, we've established that one.
But he came out, man, and he had a great game. 10 double-digit tackles, 10 tackles on the night. And so we're putting a sticker for number 7 up on the board, and that is not unheard of. We do it every week, man, and this week is no exception. So, Grayson, hats off to you, my man. You're up on the helmet.
Hey, another member of the 4 Horsemen over here, Brandon Green Jr., number 9. You're going to get 2 stickers. You had 4 tackles, a tackle for a loss, and a sack. That's gonna put up there like Phil likes to say, a quarterback snack.
A little quarterback snack.
Look, I mean, he's another member of those 4 Horsemen. You watch our linebacking core move together. I'd put them up against anybody in the state. I put our unit of linebackers up against anybody in the state. They move together on a string as one. They just know second nature where each other are going to be, and it is honestly, it's a joy to watch how they operate. It's so much fun.
Yeah, and they seem to kind of keep their heads about it. One guy has a great week. They don't get twisted.
They celebrate for each other and with each other and about each other.
I know, and I think that's what really truly makes this defense so special. Right, it is a team accomplishment. Right, the individuals are going to get things. Individuals are going to get offers. Individuals are going to have high days. Individuals are going to get certain things throughout the year. But as a whole, there's one goal. There's only one thing that matters. Win. Yeah, and they're doing that together, and so it's a lot of fun.
By the way, if I was a school that ran a 3-4 defense at the next level of college, I'd be coming in trying to get all four and saying, "Hey, I have my linebacking core of the future. They already know how to play together."
Yep.
But that's just me saying, "Come get our boys.
Come get our boys. Let's go."
for the no scouts that are watching, but
hey,
it is what it is, and we're gonna shout them out and love on them.
We'll do it anyway.
So
right?
who's next?
Number 15 is next. Jamison Adams. Again, not to be outdone, double-digit tackles, 11 tackles on the week. He shows up and puts and just brings the pain, puts it on him. 11 tackles and another big play to come.
Oh yeah,
right. So not only did he get the 11 tackles, but there's something more to come down in the rest of the show.
There is. By the way, I'm looking at our numbers. I'm looking at our par sheet. I just added the numbers together. I did some quick math right there.
Do it.
We had 23 total tackles from our safeties.
Nice. Way to get it, boys.
That's incredible.
Yeah, man. It's a good game.
Right? Like, so we shout out our 4 horsemen. We shout out our death squad, and that's because we got playmakers all over the field.
Yep.
Our safeties combined for 23 total tackles in the game is ridiculous. But, hey, they weren't alone. Part of the reason we had a second-half turnaround is because this man showed up.
Yes, sir.
And he started shedding blockers again. He started causing havoc. He started causing run plays to stop before they started.
Mm-hmm.
Number 23, Mr. Nathan Nickerson. You're going to get a sticker because you had 2 tackles. But one of them was for a loss.
Yes, sir.
And that's a big deal. And your performance, and a lot of our D-line's performance shows up beyond the box score. Mm-hmm. Right? A lot of what they do doesn't show up in stats and reflect solely in their number of tackles. So if you go back and watch game film, you'll see these guys plugging holes, taking on 2 or 3 blockers in a play. And it's incredible, and it's so much fun to watch Nathan 1,000 watts Nickerson run around the field and do his thing.
And I think he is a really important piece of the puzzle moving forward. If he can always occupy 2 guys, if he can draw, 2 guys on every play, that's just going to free somebody up to get in there and disrupt and make a massive difference.
That's how run plays. And if a team decides they want to throw against us, like he's going to take on 3 guys, and you're going to have to block him for the duration of your passing play. It's a scary prospect.
Good motor on that kid, and it's good seeing him kind of getting to that place where he's getting confident. And healthy and ready. Like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but hey, speaking of these guys, right, that are making impacts, it's number 25, Cash Money Williams coming in. Right, he had
Quadzilla Money Williams.
How did I not know that nickname? How did it take us get to the whole through the entire season before we heard that nickname?
Don't you just love it? Like we just throw things out there, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, we're already called that." And we're like, "Oh."
Okay.
We didn't know that, but cool. We're just making stuff up, kind of riffing over here.
You all got to help your boys over here. We got to know what these nicknames are, or else
I can go on an NBA player database and find all these NBA player nicknames. Why can't I know y'all's nicknames?
Come on now. Listen, we're on the X. You can tell us these things pretty easy.
By the way, Lane White tagged me in his season-long game film. I was like, okay, Lane, I see you, brother. I watched it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Hog-mauling some people around, just doing his deal. Lane, but we're talking about Cash.
Lane doesn't play. But here, Cash, number 25, always making a difference, always working hard. He's so strong. I think his X profile, he's got 5'15" listed as his squat, if I remember right, just off the top of my head. And that's just straight ridiculous. Like that's an insane amount of weight.
So what you're saying is my man is walking down the street and sees a motorcycle broken down. He says, "Hey, you need some help?" And he just picks it up and puts it on his back and walks it to the shop.
Yeah,
that kind of strength,
that kind of strength, that kind of strong,
bro.
So there he is. He got a tackle for a loss. So we're gonna put your number up on the helmet, my man. Another one for 25. So
another one for 25. But hey, not to be outdone, the dude.
Here he is.
He's up. C.J. Miller, number 35, brother. You had 13 tackles. That's incredible. We looked at it.
Just don't even know where to start with that.
We looked at it. By the way, the state rankings hadn't updated yet, so he was tied at number 50 in the state. Which, by the way, what that tells me is that because he was 42 last week.
Yeah.
at 110. So he's dropped to 50. They still have him at 110. So he might be at that number we were looking at, which is in that top 30 range in the entire state. 123 tackles on the season, but you get a sticker for 13 tackles on the game. And then he had a pass breakup where he dropped into coverage, and the Sulphur Springs quarterback decided he was going to try and throw into a little window between our linebackers, and CJ just stuck that big old paw out there, that big old mitt, and said, nah, we're not catching the ball. Not anymore. This is the second half. We're the death squad.
And I'll tell you, there's no way. I know we talk about rankings. We look at stats and we compare, state leaders, national leaders, whatever, all that stuff. And CJ's consistently kind of been in that conversation, from our team. But you can say whatever. You can put whatever number you want to his tackles. The reality is he's a top 5 linebacker, period.
CJ's a problem.
Yeah. And if you're going to run near, around, close, even think about running on green grass
the best time
or turf,
the best time to run
is to the bus.
Is in the warm-ups pregame.
To the
before
bus.
Before CJ lines up across from you.
Just run back to the bus. Just go back to the bus.
Yeah.
Don't just
you can run to the bus. You can do your little warm-up, pregame, but once the game comes and CJ's lined up across from you, he is going to tackle you.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
And it's going to hurt.
And that's why he gets a sticker.
2 stickers.
2.
Because he also had the pass breakup. Well, I stole your thunder.
You stole my thunder. But hey, what's new?
What's new?
You're always stealing my thunder.
What's new? Because you're going right into it right now.
Pass breakups, right? We'll just go ahead and leave
Let's
it.
do it.
CJ's on the pass breakup list. Each of these guys got 1 pass breakup in the game. Jabari Finney, number 4. I see you, Bari.
Hey, Jabari, you came in and had a great game, brother.
Yeah.
You stepped in and balled out, and I was impressed.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game for Bari in
Yeah.
every way. So,
Yeah.
And then Brandon Green Jr., of course, number 9, gets
another linebacker
gets
getting
one
a paw
of those
in
big
there.
old mitts in there, and makes a play. And so
That one set the tone for the second half because that was an early, that might have been their first drive of the second half, and they came out and they tried a little swing bubble screen type of deal to the outside, and Brandon Green said, "No, sir,
none of that."
No, sir. I can.
None of that.
I can bench press you. I can jump higher than you. I can jump over you. I can get the ball. I might as well be Superman. So
and that's the thing. Those little things, right? Those things make a difference. They change the course of a game. You just getting your hand up at the right time, knocking down a pass that maybe that pass goes for 5, 6, 7 yards, but it's denied, and that changes the tide of a game. It amps people up, man. And
we were hyped.
Yeah, man. I mean, those are the things that we're looking at from the stands, and we see the game now through stickers. I don't know about you. I see the game through stickers now.
I do.
It's hard not to do that, but it's a lot of fun. So Bari, CJ, and Brandon, listen, all 3 of you guys get a sticker on the helmet for your pass breakup. Last one. Let's see.
I was hyped on this play too. People might be able to hear it. My voice is still recovering from Friday. It's still recovering from this weekend. Listen. Jamison Adams, the ... more to come.
Yep, here it is.
You put up, what was it, 11 tackles is what it was? I'm looking, 11 tackles. And then my man had an interception, 30 yards. He brought it, was it to the 3-yard line?
It was to the house. Come on, man.
Dude, that would have been another house touchdown for Jamison. But Jamison gets another interception on the season. Yeah. That was a big play, and I loved it because it was a route and a play that Sulphur Springs ran in the first half. And this is where we get into our defense is also smart. They think about the game and know what to look for because they ran the exact same play in the third quarter. And I literally watched it. I watched the route develop, and I looked at Jamison because I knew that was where the quarterback was going to put his read to. And Jamison sat on the route. And he sat and stayed behind and made the receiver look like it was open, and he just read the quarterback.
Yep.
And the quarterback went to throw the ball, and Jamison broke.
In stride.
broke on the play, caught it in stride, and he was – I mean, for all intents and purposes, he was to the house, that comes because Jamison is a smart football player, and our coaches put him in the right position, and he recognized and remembered that play,
and it wasn't the only time. I think later, I can't remember.
He almost jumped on another one.
Yeah, it was like 3 drives later. I think 3 drives or 2 or 3 drives.
He laid a kid out too.
Oh boy. It was, man, Jamison, it was just fun to watch. This week was a lot of fun to watch.
It was.
You're almost always involved in something, but this week, again, you just balled out, man.
Balled out. You know what? Our whole defense balled out, though, which got them the what?
The running on a treadmill sticker, right? So when we hold our opponents to less than 200 yards of offense, we give the running on a treadmill. It means you might be running, but you ain't going nowhere.
They're running hard.
They ain't going nowhere.
They're not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. So you get the running on a treadmill sticker for allowing only 183 yards of offense for Sulphur Springs, and I would say that's a pretty big feat going back and looking at their previous games. times and the yardage they'd put up, and so that's another sticker on the helmet.
Running on a treadmill.
That's it, man.
Hey, we got one section left.
One section left. Special teams. Let's roll. Well, here it is. We got one to shout out. Special teams. Listen, we talk about them every week. It's always important. Everything these guys do is critical.
Yes.
There's 3 phases of the game, and special teams is one of them for a reason. Games can be won or lost in the special teams, so you've got to be disciplined in all 3 phases. Camden Schlicht came to play.
Yes, sir.
Got himself a chance for a 31-yard field goal. Steps up and delivers. Bang, right down Broadway, baby.
I'm pretty sure I can't kick a 31-yard field goal, so I'm impressed.
I might not be able to kick you from here. But Camden, listen, number 85, right? 85.
Yes.
You're up on the board, man. Your number goes on the helmet for that great kick. 31 yards. Excellent work, my man.
By the way, part of what's fun about doing the show is we get to know the players that are on the team and all the numbers, and people come up to us, hey, who is that just made that? And we're like, oh, yeah, it was this person. Right, like it's just fun getting to know these kids. They've balled out all season. There was someone else that balled out though on Friday night that we want to give a shout out to in our Grill Master competition.
Hey, wait! Before we talk about that, can we just mention how proud we are of our band?
What did they do?
3rd place, baby.
Yes, 3rd in state in the whole state. That is a big deal. Band, good job.
Listen, I have a friend who is his daughter is part of the Alvarado band, and so he sends me pictures when they go down for the state competition. Yeah. He's like, I saw your guys' semi. I saw you guys go on at 1. They're gonna go on at this time, and so he's always giving me updates. Judges come back at this time. Like, we're gonna know what's going on here, and
that's cool.
And he always gives me this report, and it's so great to see other people that I know that are not a part of our community, that are a part of other bands and other communities, recognizing the level at which you are competing.
Yes,
it's really something special.
Well, and they are also setting historical marks.
Yeah,
for our band, right? Our football team is raising the level of the football program. The band is raising the level of the band program. That goes for all elements of that. And so, like, we're so proud of our band, and it's so much fun watching them perform and getting to cheer them on, and our drill team and cheerleaders, all of that. But the band, 3rd in state, is a big deal. That's nothing to be ashamed of. 2nd last year, 3rd this year. Such a good run for our band, and it's going to continue.
Yeah, it will, and I think that they're building a great foundation, high expectations. So just like the football team, so is the band. It's a lot of fun. So let's talk about Zach. So Zach
Thomas
came in. Zach Thomas and his family show up, and
he entered into our last week of prelims.
Yes, last week of prelims, and did an incredible job. So many of our competitors really did.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. First of all, what was fun for us was to watch how excited some of you got just to partake, just to participate and be a part of the competition. Yeah. I think we're going to tweak some things and make it even better next year, because we really enjoyed getting the opportunity to get to know some of you guys, getting the opportunity to see some of your passion come out in food. That was really cool. And Zach kind of led the charge in that way. Really fun to watch. The tacos that he brought on that last day, outstanding.
He did chicken thighs, a double wrapped taco with pepper jack cheese melted in between the tacos, a slaw on top with the sauce and the seasoning on the tacos.
Bro.
It was really good.
Oh,
we had like all of the entrants were good.
Yeah,
Zach just killed it.
He did. He really he elevated that, and it was so much fun. So congratulations to Mr. Zach Thomas. He is the Grill Master Champion for 2023.
Well, you know what that means.
What's that mean?
That he has to come back for 2024.
He better defend that trophy.
and defend the title.
That's right.
And that means everybody's gunning for you because everybody's trying to get the big dog.
Yep. And we're gonna tweak some things. So we'll be back next year.
We
hope
will
you'll join us too. So come back out. Be looking for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. But hey, here it comes. Thursday
Playoff
night,
time.
7:30.
Thursday.
Did
you say Thursday?
Let's make sure you hear it. What day?
Thursday. Hey, we got some football on a Thursday,
Yeah.
and it's not of the NFL variety that ends up being boring. This will be exciting. Come see our boys. Look, this is a home playoff game. You mentioned at the top. We don't get this a lot. And so like I want our town. This is a challenge for our town. Show up to support these guys.
And be ready to yell. I know y'all think y'all too good to be yelling and screaming and carrying on.
I don't know. These two pastors basically lost their voice on Friday night.
And I get the looks. I see people looking at us, and I see the stuff. You're there to cheer on student athletes, right? Student athletes that are out there doing work, grinding, practicing throughout the hottest days of summer to prepare for these moments. The least we can do is make sure we have a home field advantage when it comes to cheering for our team.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if I'm just gonna be really honest. We should be loud and supportive and positive of our team.
Yeah,
we should be lifting them up. That's something that we should be doing. That
bring
is
a cowbell, right?
Yeah,
bring a cowbell. Buy a vuvuzela. I don't just bring something. Man, yeah, I said that. I dropped it. I'm going to the world of other football.
And so Phil is now showing up with a vuvuzela to the Wilmer Hutchins game.
I'm just saying, I might.
So look, I want to challenge our town. Show up for this. This is a special event, a special occasion. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, the weather doesn't matter. Bring a rain jacket. Bring a poncho. Right? Come on out. Have some fun with us. It's a 5:30 tailgate, 6:30 Coyote walk. That's really cool. You get to be there, hype up, and really encourage these players and the coaches as they walk into the stadium. Come out for that, man. Be there for that.
What's gonna be cool is it's gonna be a dark Coyote walk.
Oh yeah.
Because we just fell back in our time.
Did.
So it's gonna be a dark Coyote walk. That's gonna be fun.
Bro, see, you're blowing my mind right now. Like now I've got to think about some stuff.
Now I'm thinking about some stuff too while we're live on the air. Like, okay, I got something. 5:30 tailgate, you said.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some fun. The Grill Master's over, but we're still gonna be hanging out, having fun. So come see us.
Hang out.
Come bring some food and eat with us.
Bring a chair.
If it's not raining, we'll bring a little grill and cook up some burgers for you and I.
I just Dr. Seuss that.
6:30 Coyote walk.
I'm not cutting that out.
Dark Coyote walk. 7:30 Wilmer Hutchins. You want to take us out?
Yeah, let's do it. Coyotes on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go Coyotes.